Alright, let's do this. Our first ever Q&A. First of all, we'd like to thank everyone that got involved with some questions. We got a few of them through Instagram and YouTube. So let's start off with Instagram questions.
Yeah, we've got loads of questions. We're going to try to answer the most as we can today. We don't want this video to be super long, so let's get into it.
Corona. Okay.
First question. When are you going to start traveling in Europe just like you're doing in Asia?
Well, it's really hard to say with this pandemic going on, but Europe at the moment is not on our plans, but maybe in 2 years, I would say.
Yeah, it's not in our future plans, near future. Next question. Favorite place in Europe to travel?
Well, if I had to choose, it has to be Italy, because when I was little, my dream was to go one day to Italy, and that was our first ever trip together.
Yeah, back in 2014, that was really long time ago. We went to Rome. My favorite place, I think I would pick Croatia. I think that would be it.
Good beaches, good gelatos, good foods. Quite similar to Italy, so...
Yeah, and good weather as well. So yeah, I enjoyed it. It was really cool. What has been your most memorable adventure?
We got a few, really. I would say first time seeing elephants. We went to Elephant Sanctuary in north of Thailand.
Yeah.
Look what we just found. Tubing in Laos.
Oh, and we also hiked to the top of a volcano in Indonesia. That was pretty memorable as well.
Traveling in the lake.
Yeah, seeing the temples in Bagan, it was also magical.
Scuba diving in Brunei.
Oh, scuba diving in Brunei. That was really cool. First time scuba diving, and I was super scared, but we done it. Oh, and New Year's and Christmas on the beach was also memorable.
Because it was hot.
It was the first time that we got to experience summer during Christmas and New Year's.
Bako National Park as well, with the proboscis monkeys.
Oh yeah, for the wildlife. That was super nice. We also spent 2 weeks with a local family in the middle of the jungle in Sarawak. That was super cool. It was one of the coolest experiences we had. And we swam with manta rays in Indonesia as well. I nearly forgot. We swam with manta rays. Oh my god, I couldn't believe it. Oh, and another one, when we slept in a desert in India.
Oh, yeah.
We spent 3 days in a desert in India. That was super nice as well with the locals.
We had like 3 camels, we slept under the stars. It was something that we're never gonna forget. We got so many adventures, that's the thing, we can't really choose one.
What else? How do you find these volunteers homestays programs in the countries you visited?
Well, we're doing one right now. We're actually on our lunch break. We find them through Workaway. It's an online platform which you can apply and search.
Oh, you don't have to apply, you have to register, and then you can search through all the jobs in all the countries that you want. And it's pretty good. We've got good experience from it. So there's also other platforms, Helpex, World Packers, House Sitting. There's a few other platforms that you can check out. And they also have volunteer opportunities. We use Workaway, and that's how we find the volunteer opportunities we have. Another question. Do you have a daily, monthly budget set out when traveling? If so, typically how much?
Okay, so...
Let's talk about money.
Bing. We have a daily budget of £30 per day, but when we do workaways, we spend a lot less than that.
Yeah, and we normally have, it's £30 per day, but obviously some days we're going to spend more because we're going to buy bus tickets or ferry tickets or whatever. But then at the end of the month, he has to be balanced, and he always is. We're pretty good.
It's £30 per day, but without flights or
visas, if we have to apply for visa, yeah. So yeah, we normally don't go out of, well, we've never been out of our budget.
No.
We're pretty good managing
There
our
was
expenses.
actually Japan, but instead of £30, we did £60 budget
Yeah,
in
because
Japan.
obviously it's more expensive, and we didn't want to just use £30 would be nothing, and we'll be probably struggling with £30 in Japan. So we got a bit more in that country, and we were within budget as well with £60 a day. We were within our budget.
And also in Singapore, we went over £5, so we did like £35 per day, and we weren't paying accommodation. So Singapore is a bit expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, we say pounds because we used to live in the UK, so all our banks are there. So that's why our currency
Is pounds.
Mhm.
And how do you manage your travel expenses? Well, we always look to the cheapest option. If we have to buy a bus ticket, we always look for the cheapest one. Everything.
We rarely take flights. We always take like buses or trains, and
Mostly buses.
always eat out on street food.
Yeah, local places. We try to spend as minimum as we can. Obviously, there's some days that we want to spoil ourselves.
Yeah, like a good
But-
pizza or something.
Yeah, but it's always within our budget. And we have an app. You have an app.
Yeah,
And we keep
let me show you.
track of all our expenses, every single pound, penny that we spend.
Yeah. Since we started traveling,
Yeah, and it's really good if you want to keep an eye on what's going out of your pocket.
okay, so it's called Trabi Pockets. So you can just add accommodation, food. This is a really, really good app.
Yeah, it's a good way of keeping track of what we're spending and where are we spending the most money on.
So
It's generally food or accommodation.
yeah, it was like accommodation, so we've cut that bit quite a lot while
Yeah, with
doing.
volunteering work. And then from the Trabi Pocket, we have an Excel document in our laptop, and we transfer everything to there, so we know exactly how much we have and how much we have spent so far.
Yeah.
Everything very organized. This one. Quando voltam para Eu Matar Saudades?
That's your Portuguese
Yeah,
friend.
that's my friend. We miss you too. We don't know when we're gonna go back. We are currently in Malaysia. I don't know.
Currently locked down, but Portugal, we normally go once a year, but I think this year we may not go back to Portugal.
Next question. Top 3 Asian food. Oh, this is good.
Good question.
This is a good one. I know my favorite one. I know one.
Well, I know yours.
Laksa from Sarawak. I love it. It's one of my favorite foods ever.
We were going there every single day to that place to have laksa. At the
Mom's
end,
laksa in Kuching.
I couldn't have it anymore. You were really
I could
happy.
have it every day. Lunch, dinner, breakfast, whatever. I could have it.
Okay, laksa.
Laksa, sushi, chicken satay.
That's really good. That's it. That's your 3. For me, I'll say chicken tandoori. I love chicken
Oh,
tandoori.
I also like chicken tandoori.
Sushi as well, but sushi from Japan. You never had real sushi until you visit Japan.
Oh, in Portugal we have good sushi.
Yeah, but it's nothing compared to
No.
to
Yeah,
Japan.
so sushi, chicken tandoori, and
Beef rendang.
beef rendang.
Rendang, that's it.
Rendang.
And during Hari Raya,
We had so much.
so much of that. I really love
Beef
that.
rendang is very good. Next question. What is your favorite country to visit and why?
Okay, favorite country? I would say like ultimate favorite, Myanmar.
Yeah, me too. I love Myanmar. I'll go back anytime.
And the reason is because it's such authentic, it's non-touristy, so people...
No, they start getting more tourists now,
No,
but it's
but-
still very genuine and people are so lovely. I don't know. how to
Imagine
explain.
you found a time machine, you went through a time machine, went back 150 years ago, that's it, that's Myanmar.
Oh, it was lovely. I loved it. I like Laos as well. Okay. More questions. Where are you guys staying during this lockdown?
Okay,
We are in Malaysia.
we are in Langkawi. A lot of you thought that we were in Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah, no, we are in Langkawi. We were very fortunate to be able to stay here because we were here already before the lockdown happened. and the owner of this place kindly let us stay here because we had nowhere to go after the lockdown, and obviously we couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah, we're
and
doing
we
a
get
bit
accommodation, and that's it.
We're doing a bit of gardening, so we get ourselves entertained.
Yeah, and we are very fortunate to be here right now because we have plenty of space to go outside. We're not locked inside of an apartment or anything, so we are very, very fortunate.
Cheap alcohol, 2 ringgit 30 or 2 ringgit something, so...
Yeah, and we are entertained, so it doesn't really feel like a lockdown for us.
And now they extended until the 28th
Yeah, they just
of
extended
April.
this last Friday for another 2 weeks, so until the 28th we're gonna be here for sure. When are you going back to Brunei?
Well, it's really hard to say now with this.
Yeah.
But we don't really have plans to go back this year. Maybe next year, I don't know.
I don't know, no idea. We had big travel plans planned for this year, but we don't know when they're gonna happen. How are you doing in Malaysia, and do you feel safe there?
Very safe.
Yeah.
Langkawi doesn't have any cases now at the moment. I think there was only 3 at the beginning.
Yeah, but I don't think there's any cases now, so we feel pretty safe. We don't go out anyway, so...
And every time we go shopping, they disinfect the trolleys, they give you hand sanitizer.
Yeah, and we take precautions as well.
Very safe.
Within reason. Okay, another question from Brunei. First impressions when you guys came to Brunei?
Well, to be honest, at the beginning we were a bit apprehensive because we were told that it was a dangerous country and people advised us not to go, but we didn't really believe.
It was going to be dangerous. It was very restricted and very, very conservative, which we found it completely the opposite.
But one thing that we learned through our travels is we need to see for ourselves and not believe the media and everything.
Yeah, so first impressions were straight away good.
Yeah.
We loved it. We spent 3 months in Brunei, and we recommend people to visit Brunei and see for themselves how it
really is.
Really is, exactly.
Because we made so many friends in Brunei, it was crazy.
Yeah, we loved it.
Genuine
first impressions, nice. Okay, let's move on to another one. For how long you guys have stayed in Malaysia now, and where? Well, we already answered where we are. How long have we been here? In Malaysia, we arrived in January. End of January. We've been here roughly nearly 3 months now. What has been your biggest challenge for you both during the MCO? MCO stands for Movement Control of Order.
Okay, this was a question from Darren. Darren is also a YouTuber, and
he's also in Malaysia currently during this lockdown, and he's in Kuala Lumpur at the moment. So
yeah, check his videos out.
Yeah, for us there hasn't been really any challenges because we were already here in this place before the lockdown started, and we had planned to stay here for a month or so. It's obviously a bit difficult to think about the future now because we had big plans for this year, and now everything feels like went down the drain.
Yeah, but challenges we don't really have because we got plenty of space here.
Yeah,
we are entertained, we are working.
Yeah.
We can take the owner's jeep and go shopping, so...
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge is just thinking about the future at the moment and knowing that we are stuck here and God knows for how long. We just don't think about it. Don't think about it like it does. Don't deal with it. That's what we're doing. We're not dealing with this. We're just going with the flow. Yeah, but this is a really good question.
He's in the same boat as we
yeah,
are.
he's in the same situation as we are. So, how is Malaysia dealing with COVID-19? Well, I think the government is dealing pretty well with it, to be honest. We are on lockdown since the 18th of March.
Should be a little bit sooner, I would say, just because of the cases started increasing. If it was a bit sooner, I don't know, maybe less people would have.
Yeah, but overall, I think they're dealing with it pretty well. Everything, at least here in Langkawi, every time we have to go shopping, which we go only once a week, everything is disinfected. They take our temperature before we go in the shop.
They give us hand sanitizer.
Yeah, they disinfect all the trolleys. So, and I think people are respecting the lockdown rules. At least it feels like we don't leave, so we don't know.
Yeah, we're a bit apart from all of
Yeah,
this, to
we
be
feel
honest.
like we're out of society. But anyway, here I think they're doing a pretty good job, and I think the cases are going down as well a little bit.
And it's not increasing like in Europe, so I think
they're dealing with it pretty good. So hopefully by the 28th of April,
we are free.
we are going to be free. Okay, let's find a good one to wrap it up.
One from YouTube.
This
community.
video is already probably too long. Okay, this one. Stay safe and stay healthy. My question is, after this pandemic is over, are you going to continue traveling or going back home first, meeting your family and friends before continuing?
We are gonna continue traveling.
It might sound bad, but we don't have any plans to go back home anytime soon. We had big plans for this year. If the plans were going to happen, we were going to be between April and June. It's obviously now postponed until whatever, but hopefully we can still do it this year. And we're going to stay here in Malaysia or another country that we probably can travel to when the restrictions and the lockdowns are over.
Our family are safe at this time.
Yeah, they're all safe.
So
There is no cases of coronavirus where we are from in Portugal, and his mum is still in England. She's doing okay, and his brother as well. So hopefully they're going to continue staying healthy and strong, and nothing bad will happen. So yeah, we're going to stay in Asia and hope for the best, and hope that we can go through with our
original plans.
Yeah, and
yeah, let's end the video here.
yeah, let's end the video here. Hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. Hopefully it's not too long.
And if you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And yeah, see you guys on the next one.
Goodbye.
I'm gonna get another one.